Good morning, students. Today I will explain pattern 4 and 5 through this video. But before that, let us do the revision of the previous lecture. Yesterday we discussed pattern 2, that is subject plus verb plus complement. The verb used in this pattern is called linking verb or copular verb. Linking verb or copular verb joins the subject and the complement. The verbs used are intransitive verb of incomplete predication. The next element in this pattern is the complement. The complement describes the subject. It is also known as subject complement. A complement can be a noun phrase or an adjective phrase. Let's see the examples. Nothing is impossible. Osama was a terrorist. The class became noisy. So, impossible, a terrorist, and noisy are the complements given to the subject. If you remove these complements from the above sentences, the sentences will not give a complete meaning. That is why these verbs are called intransitive verbs of incomplete predication. To complete the predicate in these sentences, we have to add one element after the verb, and that element always describes the subject in this pattern. Now, let us move to the next pattern we saw yesterday. Subject, verb, object. Subject plus verb plus object. The verb used in this pattern is a transitive verb. The verb is always followed by a direct object. The verbs used are monotransitive verbs. Mono means one. It means the verb will take only one direct object. For example, we received the parcel. The police arrested the thief. I like puppies. Now, you can easily make out whether there is an object in the sentence or not, because a transitive verb or a transitive sentence can always be changed into passive voice. If there is an object or two objects in a sentence, you can change that sentence into passive voice. Example, we received the parcel. The parcel was received by us. The police arrested the thief. The thief was arrested by the police. I like puppies. Puppies are liked by me. Now, let us move on to the next pattern. Pattern number 4, subject plus verb plus object plus object. The transitive verbs used in this pattern are ditransitive verbs. Now, ditransitive verbs, boys and girls, di, di means two. So, a ditransitive verb takes two objects, direct object and indirect object. Now, in this pattern, subject plus verb plus object indirect object comes before the direct object. Indirect object is the receiver and the direct object is the gift. Now, to make it more clear to you people, let me explain it through an example. See, this is our pattern. Subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. Now, if we put a sentence according to this in this pattern, my friend lent me his cycle. Here, my friend is the subject, lent is the ditransitive verb, me is the indirect object, which is the receiver. Indirect object, which is the receiver, and his cycle is the direct object, which is the gift. First object is the receiver of the gift, which is the indirect object, and second object is the gift, which is the direct object. Now let's see some more examples. The company pays the workers high wages. Newspapers give us news. He booked them movie tickets. The bank lends us money. David sent her roses. My father bought me a watch. That theatre shows people English films. Now, children, you can easily understand this pattern by asking questions with what and to whom or for whom. For example, the company pays the workers high wages. The company pays what? High wages. To whom? To the workers. Newspapers give us news. Newspapers give what? News. To whom? To us. He booked them movie tickets. He booked what? Movie tickets. To whom? To them. The bank lends what? Money. To whom? To us. David sent what? Roses. To whom? To her. My father bought what? A watch. For whom? For me. The theatre shows what? English films. To whom? To people. So in this manner, by asking the questions with what and to whom or for whom, you can very easily understand this pattern. So now you see, the indirect object will always come before the direct object in this pattern. I hope you have understood. Now let us see the next pattern, pattern number 5. Subject plus verb plus object plus to or for plus object. The transitive verbs used in this pattern are also ditransitive verbs. That means there are two objects, as you can see. Now children, the thing you need to pay attention to is that in this pattern number 5, the direct object comes before the indirect object. Yes, immediately after the ditransitive verb, direct object subject, that is the gift, will come, then the preposition to or for, and then the indirect object, or we can say the receiver, will come. Now, to help you understand the pattern, let us see an example. This is your pattern: subject, ditransitive verb plus direct object, to and for, these are the preposition we use, plus indirect object. Now, if we put a sentence in this pattern: she showed the album to him. Here, she is the subject, showed is the ditransitive verb, the album is the direct object, which is the gift. Then we have the preposition to or for, and then him. Him is the indirect object or the receiver. So basically, a doer gives something to or for somebody. In this pattern, a doer, which is the subject, gives something which is the gift, the direct object, to or for somebody. Somebody is the receiver, the indirect object. Let us see some more examples. The doctor gave a medicine to her. They sold pictures to him. Paul bought a ring for his wife. We wish Happy New Year to you. The principal gives medals to the winners. The company pays high wages to the workers. So boys and girls, a medicine, pictures, a ring, Happy New Year, medals, high wages, they are all the direct objects which are followed by the preposition to or for, and then comes the indirect object, which are her, him, his wife, you, the winners, the workers. Now, to understand this pattern more clearly, boys and girls, you can use the same question trick with this pattern also. The question with what and to whom or for whom. Like, the doctor gave what? A medicine. To whom? To her. They sold what? Pictures. To whom? To him. Paul bought what? A ring. For whom? For his wife. We wish what? Happy New Year. To whom? To you. The principal gives what? Medals. To whom? To the winners. The company pays what? High wages. To whom? To the workers. So children, after the ditransitive verb, direct object will come, then the preposition to or for, and then the indirect object will come in pattern number 5. I hope you have all understood these two patterns that we did today. Now I am giving you some ditransitive verbs. These are some ditransitive verbs and an assignment, a question. Write 5 sentences using the pattern subject, verb, object, object, and 5 sentences using the pattern subject, verb, object, to, for, object. You can select the verbs from the list given above. Now you have to write the sentences in a rough notebook or on a page. Take a picture of that and send it to me till 2 o'clock today. I hope you have understood the lecture and take good care of yourself.